about 9:30 right now. Ben and I are bouncing over to a new spot. We just left our little knob up there that we were looking over that bottom. Didn't see much this morning, so we're gonna go check out some new ground. Haven't hunted over here at all, I don't think. I've been over here scouting with Jake a couple times, looking for bucks from the road during the summer. But we're gonna go drive around this piece, see if there's anybody hunting over here, and then might dive into a couple spots and do a little scouting. But Warb and Roy hunted a oak flat the other day and found a pile of sign on it, so this piece that we're going to is real similar to that. We're gonna go check out some of these ridges, so we'll see what we get into. Back here, we were gonna scout our way back in here, and we came over this first ridge, and there's this thick hillside right here, and we were walking down looking at it, and all of a sudden a big buck jumped up and ran up the hill, but he didn't really know what was going on. He ran probably 10 yards and then stopped, and then just stood there for a second, then walked back in this way. We never saw him come out of there, so kind of on his elevation right now. Just probably slip up here and hold on for a little bit, sit here and see if he pops out, or might try calling at him, see if we can get him to come to the edge of this stuff and take a look. Yep. Just bumped him right there. I thought he was still in that stuff. He must have walked this trail. He walked this trail we were on just now. What? Right up there. Buck was over there, and he was up over that little hill there, but he's down in that thick stuff. Run into several rubs up here. Nothing crazy fresh, but that rub's probably the freshest we've seen. So a lot of these oak ridges down through here. This is similar to like what Warb has been hunting, I think. So we'll probably walk down here a little ways, but we probably shouldn't go too far if we want to come back and hunt this. So there's a lot of, looks like there's more of this covered down quite a ways back on some of these ridges, so they might have to look at those, but good stuff. Finding rubs and scrapes all along this trail. There's a bunch of oaks on this ridge, and then down the bottoms there's alfalfa and bean fields. Ben and I are about to head back in here where we bumped that buck this morning. We got a trail camera we're gonna set up, but we're probably gonna hunt those ridges back in there past where he was bedded. We walked up on the one that he was bedded real close to and found quite a bit of buck sign, so we're gonna walk back in here same way we did this morning. Hang this camera somewhere close to where that buck was bedded so we can go in there and check it, see if he's still hanging around the area. We can go in there and hunt him. We'll hang that, and then we'll work our way back on one of these ridges and try and find a good setup for a buck to come up on those oak ridges. Sign. Looked across there and there's a nice little buck over there feeding on acorns already. What time is it, Ben? 4:49. 4:49? Yeah. Yeah, so it's not even 5 o'clock yet. He's up feeding on acorns. These ridges are pretty thick. This deer can still get to the acorns. There's probably quite a few deer bedded along these ridges. Just stand up and eat acorns like he's doing right now. That's the second buck we've seen in here today, so looking forward to tonight's set. Hopefully we get into a bunch of deer. Ben and I got set up in this tree. Don't think we spooked that buck that was across the ridge, but we got critters all around us. There's coons and squirrels running everywhere. This ditch back behind me here is all real good bedding. It's the same type of cover that that buck was in this morning. Our wind seems to be pretty good. It's kind of blowing back this way. We'll see. There's tons of acorns on this ridge, so we can see quite a ways around us. Maybe we'll have a deer pop out here tonight. Probably got 2 hours till dark, maybe a little less than that. We'll see how it goes. Until that doe and small buck just came through right at last light. Pulled the small buck